And here we are in the Open Championships between the Roothogs and the Untouchables. The Untouchables have the ball now, and a penalty is being marked off against the Roothogs, who are 6-2, or rather 5-2 in the regular season. They picked up one win in the playoffs, which makes them 6-2 overall. The Untouchables are undefeated with a 7-0 regular season record and a 1-0 playoff record. They have the ball now. Comes back to Randy Henderson. Henderson looking for someone to throw to. Has a man open, and it's complete to Rod Harrison. Harrison gets across the 40-yard line for the first down. Or check it, we'll make it 20-yard line. This is an 80-yard field. 20 yards for the first down. So it'll be first and about 19 for the Untouchables at the 21-yard line.
Different style of football being played here today, Scott. Every man is eligible to catch a pass.
Here's Henderson back to pass again. Plenty of time. Severs on a rush. Here's a long pass downfield, complete to number 9. That is Roger Elizer. Elizer is going all the way. Touchdown, Untouchable.
He beat his man deep. Benz went for the interception, did not get it, and he went on to the end zone with ease.
So it's Henderson to Elizer for a 60-yard touchdown. And now it's time for the extra point, and you have a choice to either go for 1 or 2 on the extra point.
A run counts as 2 and a pass as 1 point.
So the Untouchables jump out to a 6-0 early lead. And now it looks like they're going to try to run it in for 2 more, or possibly pass for 1. Strong rush this time. Henderson gets it away. It's intercepted, but they say he was sacked before he got rid of the ball. So the extra point will be nullified, and the Untouchables will go on top 6-0.
The Untouchables just went 80 yards in 5 plays, with Elizer taking the touchdown.
So the Untouchables will now back up to their own 20-yard line and boot it away, and we'll see the Roothogs with the ball for the first time this afternoon. Kicking off will be Roddy Everett. I'm Scott Brown along with Monty Hale, and here for the 1983 finals in intramural football. Kid Mitchell, our cameraman this afternoon. Thanks a lot, Ken. And the ball is up. A good high, deep punt. Steve Clark settles under it and drops it at about the 17-yard line. So the Roothogs will take over first and about 3 from their own 17-yard line.
That kick was good for about 43 yards.
In intramural play, if you drop the ball, you can't pick it up and take off running with it again. You must take over right there, 1st and 10, where the ball was dropped. Philip Seaver at quarterback for the Roothogs.
Interesting formation. We have 4 men lined up to the right side.
Seaver gets one away, tipped up, and almost intercepted. Ball came off of Clark's hands, and number 11, Todd Jones, the cornerback for the Untouchables, was right there, and he almost had himself an interception. 2nd down and about 3 yards to go. Severs swing pass out to Curtis Benz. Benz looking for the first down, gets across the first down line and has much more. He's still on his feet at about the 35-yard line. That run was good for about 20 yards and a first down.
On that play, Curtis has the option whether to pass it or run it. That time he elected to run, and he had a lot of room right up the middle. You will see him pass the ball quite a bit today. And you might even see him throw it back to Severs, who will then pass it or run it.
He gets out to about the 32-yard line, so it'll be 1st down and 8 to go. Severs on the run, looking for someone to throw to, throws it deep, and he has a man open. Clark is there, and he's overthrown, incomplete.
So we just said earlier he has the option to pass it back to Severs or pass it himself, and he did throw it back to Severs, who picks up the first down and a whole lot more. They're going to mark it at about the 22 or 23-yard line.
We'll call it the 23. That'll make it first down.
Well, to go out, it's going to make the passing game a whole lot more exciting.
Also in the open division, you're allowed to only play with 7 players. In the Greek division, you can have as many as 8, which allows more blocking and you can use more strategy. Severs back to pass, is going to run it up the middle and shakes a few tacklers, still on his feet, goes on the far side of the field, and he's ran out of bounds.
He got the first down.
At the 15-yard line. Severs, of course, picking up the first down. He's able to motivate well to be his size in the backfield.
Yes, he is a little heavy set around the middle, Scott.
But he can shake tacklers. And that's what you need in this league. Someone who can scramble and try to get the ball away if he can. But if he can't, always have the option to run and run well.
Be first and goal now for the Roothogs.
Seaver in the shotgun, swings it out to Ben. Ben looks for someone in the end zone. Now he's going to take it himself. Twisting move, and he's almost to the end zone where his flag is pulled by number 1, Greg Seaton, the center.
The big advantage in having him back there is the receivers are still going to have to be covered by the defensive backs, which enables him to run the ball just as he did, and they're close to scoring right now.
Most of the Untouchables' defense is really their offense, too. They play both ways. So it's second down and goal from the 1-yard line. Seaver, quick pass in the end zone, touchdown to number 75. That's Dino Myers.
Myers had been blocking and just snuck right into the end zone, and he was wide open.
So the pass from Severs to Myers ties the game up at 6-6, but the Roothogs have a chance to go ahead here with the extra point.
Here's where your games are won and lost right here is on the extra points. They are a very critical point in the game.
Ben's the quarterback this time, looks in the end zone, now lets it go and throws it into a crowd of people and slapped down, incomplete. And the extra point will be nullified, so the score will remain 6-6, the Untouchables and the Roothogs.
Well, both teams have had the ball.
You pausing? Okay, good. Maybe you want to scoot up a little bit more on the edge there. Bet you are. Let's see how we're doing on tape. Six to 6 is your score as the Roothogs set to kick off from their own 20-yard line.
Both teams have had the ball one time. Both teams have scored. The Untouchables on a big play, and the Roothogs marched it all the way down.
Eric Walker really unloads one. This one is deep and fielded at the 4-yard line by the Untouchables. Checking the runner there. He gets out of bounds at the 25, number 12. That is Randy Henderson, the quarterback, carrying the ball.
Nice return by Henderson. There's no downfield blocking either here in the open division.
And that's the end of the first quarter, so we'll march down to the other end. The run back was good for 20 yards. So it'll be first and 10 for the Untouchables at their own 23-yard line. Henderson, the quarterback. 3-man line, 2-man rush, and a strong rush it is. Henderson gets away from one tackler. Now he's going to roll around the far side of the field. He has running room, cuts back up, still has his flags intact, and gets out of bounds at the 20, or rather 35-yard line of the Roothogs.
He did an excellent job avoiding the rush. Eric Walker was right on top of him. He rushed to the left for a big gain.
Picks up the first down, so it'll be first and about 12 to go from the Roothog 32-yard line. 6-6 is your score. Just underway in the second quarter of today's Intramural Open Division Championship. Henderson on first down, lets it go, and it's complete on the far side of the field. And the receiver, who is number 4, Rob Harrison, is about 2 yards shy of the first down. Pickup of about 10 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 2.
Harrison got a little upset there. He bumped into the official, and his flags were a lot easier than they would have been. He had a lot of room to run to his right, but as he bumped into the official, play was made.
Been a lot of complaining this year about the officials.
Quite a bit.
Notice in the newspaper sidelines, every week someone is complaining about it, and there's a good sack by number 77, Eric Walker.
And he had completed the pass for the first down, but they're going to bring it back. That's last 2 or 3 times Walker has had excellent pursuit in the backfield.
Sack good for 8 yards. It'll be 3rd down, and 10 to go for the first. Three-man defensive line. 2-man rush, though. Henderson with plenty of time. Penalty flags fly. Henderson still looking for someone to throw to. Now lets it rip, and it is complete to number 1, Greg Seaton.
They might bring that back. It might have been an illegal block in the backfield, or maybe could have been unnecessary roughness by the defense.
Seaton gets down to the 15-yard line, but a penalty marker is down back at the 38.
And I believe we're going to have a little unnecessary roughness.
Looks like it's an illegal block on the defense, so the ball will stay down at the 15-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 from there. Penalty was declined by the Untouchables.
Walker's out of the game right now. Penalty was called on him. That could be a tough loss if he stays out long. He's been getting in the backfield quite often.
Henderson, 1st and goal from the 15. Lets it go. Has a man wide open. Touchdown.
Evan West.
West was wide open in the corner of the end zone, and Henderson spotted him. Let it rip, and the Untouchables lead 12-0 with an extra point coming.
We've yet to have a running play from scrimmage except for the time the quarterbacks have scrambled. It's pretty much an aerial attack on both ways.
Now the Untouchables will try the extra point. Strong rush this time on Henderson. And he has his flag pulled by number 2. Extra point is nullified on the sack. And so the Untouchables will boot it away from their own 40.
As we said earlier, extra points are a critical part of the ball game, and neither team has been able to convert an extra point thus far. It stays 12-6. We've seen a lot of games won and lost this year simply because of the extra point.
So we're about halfway through the 2nd quarter. 12-6 untouchable lead. Both, or rather the Untouchables have had 2 possessions. They've capitalized on both of those. And the Roothogs will have their 2nd possession here. They had it earlier in the 1st quarter and ran it in for a touchdown. Here's Pearson fielding the ball at the 15, running to the near side of the field. Couldn't find any room. His number 11 is right there. Todd Jones comes up and makes the grab on the flag.
43-yard kick with about a 2-yard return. Let's see where they mark it.
Penalty flags were down, so they may be kicking again here.
Pearson tried to go left and found nothing, and then he fell down.
It's Pearson and Clark deep for the Roothogs. Everett does the punting. Another high punt. It's a windy afternoon, and he gets a good one away. Fielded at the 20 by Curtis Benz. Benz cutting back the other way. Still has his flags on, and he's down at the 30-yard line.
Nice return, a kick of 40 yards. And he returns it about 11 yards.
1st and 10 from the 30 for the Roothogs.
Well, each time teams had the ball, they scored. Let's see what the Roothogs do here. Got 2 men lined to the left.
A quick pass to Clark in the corner on the near side, and he can't hang on.
Went right to him, just hit the fingertips and fell out, and everybody that time was going out for a pass. There was no blockers in at all.
Seaver received the snap from center and immediately passed it out to Clark. Clark almost had a hold of it long enough to have possession, but it rolled off his fingertips and down his back, so it's incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and 10 now from the 30-yard line. Seaver tries the quick pass again, gets it away to Benz. Benz now unloads it downfield, complete to number 77, Eric Walker. Walker cuts back up the middle and finally has his flag pulled by number 1, Greg Seaton, at the untouchable 32-yard line.
Once again, having Benz in the backfield pays off. Actually, Seaver's flags were pulled, but not in time as Benz completed the pass to Walker. Well, actually, they have 2 quarterbacks.
Play good for the 1st down. And they're right at the next 1st down line, which will be the untouchable 20-yard line. So it's 1st down and about 3 from the 23-yard line. Seavers, quick pass is complete to number 77, Walker again. Walker down the middle. Gets out to the 10-yard line. Pick up of another 1st down. And I don't know if I'd want to be in front of Walker when he's running that fast or not.
Well, he's not. He's a big man.
Flags or not, they can still run over you if they want to.
Their team has had problems moving the ball.
Roothogs look at 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Once again, everybody goes out for the pass. Seavers is in trouble but manages to get away from several people, still spinning, and gets down to about the 5-yard line.
An unbelievable run. They had him trapped back here for a loss of about 5, and he just spun away. And another second effort gets him closer to the goal line. Like they're only about 3 or 4 yards away.
So it'll be 2nd. Seaver, quick pass over the middle to Pearson is complete, and he stopped just shy of the goal line.
Nice defensive play by West.
So that'll make it 3rd and goal from right about the 1-foot-yard line.
Big possession here. They need to put it in to stay tied.
For the last play, Seaver sent everyone out for the pass. We'll see what he does here. 3rd and goal, Seaver. Quick pass to Benz. Benz is complete and gets into the end zone. Touchdown for the Roothogs.
I thought number 3, Bob Green, might get him there, but he spun away from him, went right in the end zone, and we now have a tie score. And once again, it's the extra point.
Extra point here could put the Roothogs on top as we draw to the end of the 2nd quarter. Clark in motion. Seaver fake handoff to Clark. Now he's going to unload it in the middle to Pearson, and it's slapped down by West. And the extra point once again will be no good. So the score will remain tied at 12 apiece. Roothogs kick it away from their own 20. Fielded on the far side of the field by number 3, Bob Green, and Green runs out of bounds, stopping the clock.
Smart play by Green. Clock continuously runs till 2 minutes left in the first half, and it will stop on a pass or anything that goes out of bounds. So far, the defenses have nothing to brag about. Each time teams had the ball, they've scored.
Henderson back to pass on 1st and 10 from the 30. Still, he has all kinds of time back there. Penalty markers now fly as Henderson's on the run. He gets out of bounds just shy of the first down marker at the 40-yard line, but penalty markers are down. Apparently some sort of illegal block.
Once again, the official, not the most popular man on the field. That'll cost him 15 yards.
So that moves them all the way back to the 20-yard line. It'll be, I believe it should be first down and 20. The down goes over. Henderson back to pass again. Pulls up in the pocket and lets it go, and it's almost complete to number 4, Rob Harrison, but broken up well that time by Steve Clark.
Excellent coverage by Clark on the play.
So that'll make it 2nd down and 20 from the 20. Seaver checking into the game for number 77, Walker.
I believe there's 36 seconds left.
It just ran out. We'll just let it go. What's going on?
Okay, Scott.
Closing minutes of the first half. And the Untouchables elect to boot it away from their own 20.
For the first time, they didn't score when they put their hands on the ball.
Pearson fields the ball at the 19. Cuts back up the middle now. Tries to shuffle it off to someone, but he's pulled down by number 4, Rob Harrison, at the 25-yard line.
Well, that's halftime.
So if time permits, the Roothogs have a chance to put another score in as they have the ball 1st and 10, or rather 1st and 15 from the 25-yard line. Roothogs. Seaver. Strong rush this time. Gets away from the defenders and lets it go, and it's intercepted by West, or rather number 7. And he's still on his feet at the 22-yard line. Number 7 is Bruce Foster. Foster runs it all the way. Set to go for the second half now. Tie score 12-all between the Untouchables and the Roothogs. And the Untouchables will do the kicking as the second half is underway. Nice high punt. Clark settles under it and fields it at his own 15-yard line. Clark looking for running room, now gets around the outside and has his flag pulled by number 8, West, just shy of the 20-yard line.
They're going to mark it just past the 20, so they're going to have to go up to the 40 now. Whereas if it had been behind the 20, they would have just had to go the couple feet for a first down.
So it's 1st and about 20 from the 21. Seaver at quarterback, who's going to run it around the far side of the field. Spins and is pulled down by number 11, Todd Jones, at about the 28-yard line.
Seavers, to be a plump man, can run pretty quick.
Seaver manages to get away from several tacklers just simply by spinning. Makes it harder for the flags to be pulled. Gets away for about 10 yards on that on the mark by the official, so it'll be 2nd down and 10 from the 30. Seaver back to pass, looks for someone to throw to, unloads it to number 77, Walker. Walker, a big man, gets around the far side of the field, good for the 1st down and out of bounds right at the 30-yard line of the Untouchables.
Walker showed a touch of speed himself there. I would not want to have been in front of him.
No way. Walker received the ball at about the 38-yard line of the Roothogs and ran it for a good 15 yards down to the 30-yard line of the Untouchables, and they'll have a 1st and 10 from the 30. Seaver back to pass on 1st and 10. Lets one go deep, and it's complete to Pearson. Touchdown.
He was wide open and beat his man deep.
Penalty flags are down back at the line of scrimmage, though. Pearson was wide open.
Will be an illegal block against Walker. They've caught him for the 2nd time. That'll nullify the 6th.
So the Roothogs will be backed up 15 more yards. Pass was right on the money to Pearson, who was wide open in the corner of the end zone. But it's now marched back to the Roothog 35-yard line. And they'll have 1st down and 25 to go for the 1st. Two-man offensive line this time for the Roothogs. Seaver in the shotgun. Back to pass. Looks for Benz. Can't find him. Looking for someone deep. Now lets it go. Wobbly pass, and it's completed to number 75, but knocked out of his hands. Dino Myers had the ball for a moment, but
Nice play by Foster on defense.
Bruce Foster broke it up, so that'll make it 2nd down and 25. Not a particularly good pass that time by Seaver. Slipped out of his hands on the delivery. Wobbled in the air. That's a good one to pick off. But number 75, Myers, was big enough. He could just reach up and grab it away from the defender.
He actually played more defense there than offense.
2nd down. Pass is completed to Benz. Benz fakes the pitch back and now runs it up the middle. Gets across the 40 down to the 38-yard line.
Run a fake flea flicker there.
Benz with a pickup of about 12 yards on the carry. Makes it 3rd down.
This is a big possession here for the Roothogs.
It'll be 3rd down and 17 to go.
They've been coming from behind the whole game, and they really need to take the lead and try to take command of the ball game here.
12-12, we're all tied up in the 3rd quarter. Seaver on 3rd down. Strong rush, spins away from one defender. Is now going to keep it and run it himself and try to get the 1st down, but he has his flags pulled at the 24-yard line by number 7, Bruce Foster.
Nice run. And I believe they'll probably go for it here since they're down to about the 24-yard line of the Untouchables.
Foster saves the 1st down, so it'll be 4th and 4 for the Roothogs. Come into today's game with a record of 6-2 with a combined regular season and playoff record. Untouchables are undefeated with an 8-0 mark. Seaver on 4th down, back to pass. Quick pass over the middle to Pearson, complete. Right at the 20-yard line. Good enough for the 1st down. First and goal from the 20 for the Roothogs. 12-12. They're trying to break a tie here in the 3rd quarter.
That was a simple slant across the middle. Let the defensive line come in. He hit Pearson right across the middle.
Seaver rolling to the near side. Look for someone to throw to in the end zone. Now he's going to keep it himself. He has running room down the sideline. Seaver all the way in and has its flag pulled right before he goes into the end zone, but he gave a shot to number 3, Bob Green. Green's down on the field there. Seaver hit him right with his fist into the mouth as he went into the end zone.
It was a nasty little punch, but it's like he got away with it. Don't see any flags on the play.
Seaver was disallowed from the end zone, but number 3, Bob Green, had to pay for it. So it'll be second down and goal from about the 2-yard line. Now official timeout is number 3, Bob Green, still shaken up. Now he goes off the field. Seaver on 3rd and goal looks into the end zone. Quick pass to Pearson is complete, and Pearson does not get into the end zone as he's pulled down by number 7.
We'll mark that at about the 2-yard line. He didn't go quite deep enough on his pattern.
Bruce Foster made the grab that time for the Untouchables. That'll make it 4th and goal.
So once again, they're going to have to convert the 4th down play here to score. Last time they completed about a 5-yard pass on 4th down for the 1st down. Big play.
Seaver rolling to the right side, looks into the end zone, lets it go. It's complete to Clark. Touchdown for the Roothogs. So they managed to get it in. Clark was just standing right at the goal line. Seaver rolled to the right side, probably had it planned the whole time to go to Clark, and Clark stood there like he didn't know what was going on and waited for Seaver to find him. He does so, and it's now 18-12. Roothogs take the lead.
A big play by the Roothogs, and this is a very big, important extra point, as they always been. Neither team has been able to convert the extra point, but this is the biggest one of the game.
Seaver back to pass on the extra point, looks into the end zone. Plenty of time, unloads with a little loping ball, complete. The extra point is good as Steve Clark is in the end zone, and now the Roothogs take a 19-12 lead.
That's a big play because now the Untouchables, to win the game, they must score and complete a 2-point conversion. At the tie, they still have to complete the conversion.
Roothogs in the first quarter scored when Seaver passed to Myers in the end zone. That made it 6-6. Before that, Henderson threw to Eliza into the end zone, and the Untouchables scored first with a 6-0 lead. Then Seaver threw to Myers, tied at 6-all. In the second quarter, Henderson hit West to make it 12-6. The extra point was no good. And then in the second quarter, Seaver hit Benz to tie it up at 12. And now in the third quarter, Seaver just hit Clark to go ahead 18-12. And then Seaver hit Clark on the extra point to make it 19-12. And that's where we stand as we are late in the third quarter.
And Scott, it's getting colder.
It sure is. The clouds are moving in, too. And it's fielded by Henderson at the 19. Henderson still on his feet, has his flags, and Clark is putting up a strong rush, but Henderson puts on the speed. Gets all the way down. He's going to go in. Touchdown for the Untouchables.
That's a big return of about 58 yards.
The Untouchables answer right back following a touchdown by the Roothogs with a 60-yard run back by Henderson. And that makes it 19-18. And this is a big extra point coming up.
That's what they needed, was a big play to get back in the game, and a big play they got. Hate to keep dwelling on the same thing, but once again, it comes down to the extra point.
Henderson, the quarterback, on the extra point. Shotgun formation, strong rush, and he's going to be sacked by number 77. Great play by Eric Walker coming off the defensive line.
Walker's been in there all afternoon, and he makes a great defensive play.
And that is a big key play because now the Roothogs still lead by 1 point, 19-18. We're late in the third quarter. Everett sent the booted away from his own 20-yard line. Gets it away. High punt. Good one. Backing Clark up to his 5-yard line, and he slips down, but a knee does not touch, so he's still on his feet. A flag comes off at the 18-yard line by number 4 there. Rob Harrison made the grab. Clark almost slipped down on that one. So the Roothogs will have it first and about 4 yards to go from their 16-yard line.
Everett has really hit some punts today, both into the wind and with the wind.
It has turned into a very cold October afternoon here at MTSU. Seaver back to pass on first down. Gets it away, completed to Benz. Penalty flags go down as Benz goes down at the 30-yard line.
Seaver's ability to spin has really helped him throughout the game, although I believe this penalty is going to go against him. An illegal block on the front line.
Either that or maybe Seaver guarded his flag in some way or another. No, they're saying a block now, as you said, Monty. Illegal block on the offensive line will send it back half the distance to the goal line.
So now they have to come all the way out to the 40 for a first down.
There you see them marking it back now. It's going to be, well, that should make it first down again.
First and about 30.
They'll start from their own 10. See some of the other teams on the sidelines warming up for the next game, which will be the Greek championships between Sigma Chi and Kappa Sigma. Seaver back to pass on first and 30. Rolls to the right side. Now he's going to unload a deep one. It's complete, no, rather it's bounced around and still
intercepted
around. The official was right on it. Number 11, Todd Jones, comes up with the interception for the untouchable.
Two Roothogs touch it, but it was the untouchable who came down with it. That'll be the end of the third quarter.
Pass was intended for Myers, tipped up by him, and then Pearson had a chance to go for it, and he just tipped it up even more, which gave Jones more time for the interception. He comes down with it. The untouchables have the ball. First and 10, or make it first at about 3. Well, now they switch it because the quarter has ended, so that'll make it first and 17 from the 37-yard line. (19-18) your score. Roothogs lead, but the untouchables have the ball now. Here's a dump pass to number 9, Roger Elizer. Elizer gets out to the 25-yard line, a pickup of 12. That'll make it second down and 5. We're in the fourth quarter. 1 point difference between these two teams. It's 19-18.
Big defensive series here for the Roothogs.
Untouchables are trying to put it in. It's second down and 5. Strong rush on Henderson. He jumps it off the Elizer. Elizer is dropped right at the line of scrimmage by Yoakley, Harold Yoakley. So really that play just results in a loss of down, making it third down and 5 to go. Henderson back to pass. Strong rush by Seaver. He gets it away. It's complete for the first down at the 3, but Pearson tackles him there, number 4, and that's going to be another penalty flag.
We'll get him for that. Most likely will be half the distance to the goal. It really didn't look like an intentional one, but they're going to throw the flag anyway, and he doesn't like it.
Pearson's hot about it. Pass is good for the first down anyway, so.
He's trying to say he grabbed his flag and the man fell down, instead of him tackling him and then pulling the flag.
And mark it off half the distance, which is really about 9 yards. Takes it down to the 9-yard line, so it'll be first and goal for the untouchables at the 9-yard line. Henderson rolling to the right side. Penalty flags fly everywhere, and they get in for the touchdown as Pearson makes another tackle at the goal line, but penalty flags are down. Hold everything.
He really did hit him that time.
I guess he figured if he's going to get called for it, he might as well make it count. So he unloads on him at the goal line. It's going to be an illegal block, I believe, on the Untouchables, so that'll mark it off a couple more yards. It makes it, what is the call there?
Might have offsetting penalties. Severs doesn't like whatever's being called either. I believe that's what we have because the ball did not move.
Play will go over. It's some sort of offsetting penalties and makes it first again and goal from the 9. Henderson moves up in the pocket. Strong rush by Severs. Gets it away. It's intercepted by Pearson at the goal line.
Nice play by Pearson.
Touchback, so that'll make it first and 10, or rather first and 20 from the 20 now for the Roothogs. Big defensive play that time for Pearson. He redeemed himself following that tackling penalty.
Yes, he did, and that could be the play of the game so far. Could be a big turning point of the game because if the Roothogs can go down and score, even if they don't get the extra point, the Untouchables must score and get an extra point just to tie.
Roothogs have the ball in the lead. It's 19-18. Quick pass over the middle is incomplete. Intended for number 75, Dino Myers.
Good defensive rush that time by the Untouchables. Severs was forced just to dump it off.
Makes it second down and 20 from the 20. Middle of the fourth quarter, 19-18. Roothog lead. They're trying to upset the Untouchables, who are undefeated with an 8-0 record on the season. Seaver back to pass, fakes it, and gets away from a defender somehow. Still has his flags intact, spins, and he's tackled at the 30-yard line.
Nice hit there, but can't do that in flag football.
Hit was made by number 11, Todd Jones.
He picked up about 6 yards, and they're going to mark it 15 from there. So
the Untouchable defenders are saying, hey, what is Severs doing? Does he have his flags glued to himself? Because they have not been able to grab his flags this afternoon.
That will result in a 22-yard play.
So that makes it first down. 18 to go for the first at the 38-yard line. Severs, quick pass out to Benz. Benz now unloads it over the middle for Pearson. It's complete, they say, at the 30-yard line.
Defensive back tried to argue that he trapped it, but to no avail.
Second down and 10 from the 30.
Once again, they use Benz to throw it back to.
Quick pass over the middle to Pearson. He hangs on to it right at his feet. Still has his flags. He has the first down. He's going for the touchdown. Pearson runs into the end zone. Is he there? No. Just shy.
Super run by Pearson. He was trapped back here at about the 25-yard line, and he made a great run.
Pearson did a good job to catch that ball, as you said, Monty. It was thrown right at his shoestrings. Picked it up and had made a good run all the way down to the 1-yard line. Picks up the first down, so now the Roothogs will have 4 plays to put it in. As we are late in the fourth quarter, Roothogs lead 19-18. We've got a good one going on here. Seaver, the quarterback, rolls right. Quick pass in the middle and to Pearson. It's complete, and he stops shy once again.
Looked like his foot hit the goal line, but I guess they pulled the flag before he got in. And they're right on the goal line, close to a score here.
Roothogs tried that earlier. They set one man right on the goal line, and then Severs went back and scrambled around a little bit, knowing that that man was there the whole time, and at the last moment, dumped it off to him for the touchdown. Second and goal. Severs rolling to the right side. Quick pass into Clark is there. It's complete, and touchdown for the Roothogs.
If they get an extra point here, it's going to be awful tough for the Untouchables to come back and win this game because we're getting late into the fourth quarter of play.
Touchdown makes it 25-18 with an extra point coming.
Roothogs showed a lot of character. They had the ball earlier through the interception. Untouchables drove all the way down to the goal line, and they got the big defensive play from Pearson, and they also got a big offensive play from Pearson here on this series.
Seaver, the quarterback's trying to punch it in for the extra point. Pass is there, complete to Pearson. Tony Pearson makes the grab in the end zone for the extra point, and that makes it 26-18. So now the Untouchables need a touchdown and run the extra point in just to tie the game. And we're late in the fourth quarter. They're running out of time.
And if they do score, you know they're going to have to run the ball just to get it into overtime.
26-18 is your score. We're late in the fourth quarter. 3:19 to go in the game.
Plenty of time for the Untouchable to score here.
Roothogs with a comfortable lead. They're looking for the upset here. 26-18. There's the kickoff from the tee by Seaver. And it's fielded at the 10 by number 4, Rob Harrison. And Harrison gets out to the 19-yard line where he is stopped.
He was one step away from breaking that one big. Nevertheless, nice play by the Roothogs.
They mark it at the 21, so it'll be first down and 19 to go for the Untouchables. They've got to march 59 yards for the touchdown and then add 2 to tie the game. As we said, just over 3 minutes to go in the ball game. Henderson back to pass. He has a man wide open deep. He's going to let it go, and it's going to be overthrown. The pass is intended for number 3, Bob Green. Benz was back there covering, but Green had him beat.
Yes, he did. He had him beat, but the pass was overthrown. Making it a second down now and 19.
So the Untouchables look at second and 19. They not only have the Roothogs to worry about, now they have the clock to worry about as we're late in the fourth quarter. Henderson on second down. Looking deep again. This time unloads it across the middle. Pass is intended for number 4, Harrison.
Good defense by the secondary because he had all day to throw and did not find a man open.
Broken up that time by Mickey Dickens, the safety.
Phil Seaver's doing a little celebrating on the sidelines with his sweetheart right now. I don't know if we can get the camera over there on that or not.
Third down and 19 for the Untouchables. Henderson back to pass, rolling to the right side, complete to number 9. That is Elizer, and Elizer gets across the first down line down to the 35, and the clock is running. So the hurry-up offense comes in for the Untouchables. And now they elect to use a timeout, I believe, official timeout for some reason or another.
I believe they took one of their timeouts, just the head official either didn't know it.
The pass to Elizer gets them the first down. So they have first and 15 from the 35.
1:39 left in the ball game.
You hear Jeff Fuquay barking out the time there on the sideline. Henderson back to pass. First down and 15. Lets one go deep. He has a man open, and it is complete. Touchdown to number 7. That is Bruce Foster. Foster got open deep, and he burned Pearson and Benz, who was back covering for the Roothogs. It's a new ball game as now.
Super catch on the play. Good throw and an unbelievable catch, but they've got to get 2 to tie the ball game.
Henderson to Foster makes it 26-24, but they need a 2-point extra point here just to tie it, as you said, Monty, and send it into overtime possibly, but maybe the Roothogs have some time to work with if they do that. Long huddle this time on the extra point, as you can imagine. They're probably not used to running the ball, so they may have to put something new into the playbook to get this play off.
Might look for some type of option.
Maybe they use another timeout here. They're set to go now for the extra point attempt.
So they've got all men lined up to go out. Could be some type of a reverse.
Man in motion. Henderson rolling around the right side. The pitch is there to number 4. He gets into the end zone. Extra point is good for 2 points. Number 4 is Harrison. And that was a well-executed play to get it in for 2 and tie the game at 26-26.
Super call. They ran the man in motion and then ran the option right out of it. And he almost fumbled the ball, but was able to get a hold of it, and he goes on the end zone, and we have a tie game. Untouchables with a super.
1:31 left to go in the game. Tie ball game. We got a good one. 26-26, the Untouchables and the Roothogs. Steve Clark settles under it at the 15-yard line. Looks for running room, and he has his flag pulled by number 8, Kevin West.
And his headband.
Gets it back to the 17, a return of about 3 yards on the play. Roothogs have a minute and a half to work with to try to keep this game from going into overtime.
With the air attack they've had so far in the game.
Seaver, strong rush, and he gets sacked this time in the backfield by number 2, Jim Turner.
Big defensive play by Turner. Seavers had a man wide open. And they're pleading with the official right now about something.
I believe they're going to waste time out here. No, they're not. They're going to let it go.
Going out of the shotgun.
Strong rush again. Seaver fakes the pump, and he's sacked again. And that was almost a safety, and that's all they need. And the game would be over. Seaver sacked right at the goal line, and now the Untouchables will waste a timeout. I think they say the Untouchables have used all their timeouts. It's third down. Third down and about 19 to go as they are setting right at the 1-yard line.
38 seconds left in the game. They really need to get a first down. They don't want to punt the ball away to give the Untouchables one more chance.
Seaver's coming up tight this time. First time we've seen him do that. And now he runs it up the middle, and he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. The clock continues to run. That may run it out there because it's fourth down, and I don't believe the Roothogs are going to try to get another play off. So they're just going to let the clock run down on the regulation time. There's nothing the Untouchables could do but let the clock run. And that, I guess, is the end of regulation play. So we'll go into overtime with a tie score, 26-26. Well, that's a rough-looking group there.
Few Sigma Chi's waiting for their ball game coming up next for the Greek championship.
There's referee Jeff Fuquay and Danny Murphy and Glenn Hanley from the rec department. We're set to go in the overtime period, a 5-minute overtime period. Kick is away and fielded at the 15-yard line by Randy Henderson. Henderson gets it out to the 30. And so the Untouchables will take over 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line.
Untouchables have stayed in the game thus far with big plays. They've had a kickoff return, a long pass late in the ball game, and a big 2-point conversion to tie it up.
It was an interesting fourth quarter. They went into the fourth quarter with the Untouchables went into the fourth quarter trailing 19-18. The Roothogs scored and converted the extra point to make it 26-18, and then, of course, the Untouchables came back and tied it up 26-all. There's a pass complete to number 9, Roger Elizer, and Elizer runs down the sideline for the first down, and much more. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So it'll be first and about 6 from the 26-yard line, we'll call it, for the Untouchables, who are threatening early in the overtime period to score here.
Easily to see why both these teams are in the finals with the offenses both teams have.
Henderson from the shotgun, 1st and 6. Strong rush this time. He gets away from the defenders. Now cuts back upfield. He's going to run it up the middle, but he's going to have his flag jerked by Yoakley right at the line of scrimmage. So it'll be 2nd down and 6 when we return to action. Roothogs have 3 defensive linemen, 4 in the secondary. Henderson on 2nd down and 6. Rush by Seaver. He gets it away back to against the grain. Almost picked off by Benz. Pass is intended for number 7.
Well, that was almost an interception, and that would have been 6.
Pass was intended for Bruce Foster, but Benz, of course, was right there. Couldn't hang on to the interception, so it'll be 3rd down and 6 to go. Untouchables are taking a lengthy huddle on this series of downs. Henderson, 3rd down. 6, strong rush this time, dumps it off at the last minute. It's intercepted by Yoakley. Yoakley on his feet and tries to dump it off to Seaver, but it falls on the ground, and so the Roothogs will have it first at about 18 from the 38.
Super defensive play by Yoakley. He read the pass all the way, made the interception, and made an attempted lateral over the shoulder.
To no avail, though, and the ball bounces dead at the 38-yard line. That's where the Roothogs will take over. 1st down and 18. Seaver back to pass. Throws one deep for Pearson. He's there and dives for it. Incomplete. Just away from the outstretched hands of Pearson. So it'll be 2nd down and 18 back at the 38.
That was close.
Pearson has a lot of speed. He can get down there in no time at all. And Seaver just lobs it up for him. But just a little bit overthrown that time. Getting cold up here this afternoon. Cameraman Ken Mitchell starting to get the sniffles a little bit. 2nd down and 18. Seaver back to pass. Still on his feet and lets one go this time for number 75, and just out of his hands, Dino Myers, the intended receiver.
Overthrew him also. He's had 2 men open, just hasn't been able to connect. At the end of this, if nobody scores in this 5-minute period, it goes to sudden death. There'll be a flip of the coin, and the first team to score from there will win the game.
3rd down and 18. Not exactly sure how much time is left in the 5-minute overtime period. Roothogs have the ball. Tie score, 26 all. Seaver from the shotgun on 3rd down. It goes over his head, and that's going to be a costly one. Goes all the way back and bounces at the 21-yard line.
Just over 50 seconds left in the game.
So that'll make it 4th down, and the Roothogs will probably have to punt here with 50 seconds left to go in the overtime period. Costly turnover there. Roothogs are preparing to punt the ball away. Henderson's starting to go back deep now for the Untouchables. 42 seconds to go. They may go for it. But now they say they're going to punt the ball. No, they may be running for it here. Seaver's going to punt it away. Henderson back deep. High punt's going to bounce once and fielded by number 3, but Benz is right there to pull his flag. Bob Green fielded the ball at the 15-yard line. First down and 5 for the Untouchables. They have about 40 seconds to work with. There's a sack by Severs in the backfield, a loss of about 10. That'll make it 2nd and 15.
Good pursuit by Severs. Just when we were bragging on the offenses, both defenses have started to shine here in the overtime.
Clock is running. Untouchables, they don't seem to be worried about it too much. I guess they figured when the clock runs out, they'll just play anyway, so. They have the plan. 2nd down and 15.
Prevent defense by the Roothogs right now. They got 3 backs way back, anticipating the long pass.
Henderson's going to run it on the far side, though. And Pearson's going to pull his flag at the 14-yard line, making it 3rd down and 6. And we'll see what the call is. That may be the end of the 5-minute period, and I believe it is. So they'll flip it again, and we'll play until someone scores. 2nd overtime period. This one will not have time. Pearson fields the ball at the 24-yard line, has his flags pulled at the 33 by Todd Jones. So the Untouchables, or check it, the Roothogs will have the ball. 1st down and 10. They mark it at the 30.
If they score, it will be the ball game. First team to score will win.
So a sudden death overtime period this time, as opposed to the last one, which was 5 minutes in length. No one could score there, so they're going to turn them loose here.
They should go back to the original game plan, not try to get a whole lot in one play.
Seaver looks for someone to throw to. Dumps it off complete to number 77, Eric Walker. Good for 20 yards and a 1st down. So the Roothogs keep their drive going. They have it 1st and goal now from the 15. If they put it in, it's over.
1st and goal and 1st and game.
Untouchables are going to have to find it within themselves to play good defense here. They haven't done it all day, but they've got to now. Neither team has played good defense for that matter. Severs pitch off to Benz. Benz with room on the far side. It's going to be pulled down by number 11, Todd Jones.
Ran the old shuttle pass that time.
Gain is to the 10. That'll make it 2nd down and goal from the 10-yard line. Seaver from the shotgun. 2nd down. He's going to roll around the near side. Looks for someone to throw to. Fakes the pump and is going to run it in himself. And is knocked out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
Well, he almost got in there.
It would have been history if he could have sidelined it and squeezed in the orange cone there. So it's 3rd down now and goal from the 2-yard line. Untouchables need a big turnover here or some sort of big play. Maybe a sack would be nice. We really haven't seen a big blitz all afternoon.
No, we haven't, and the Roothogs want to avoid the high snap again that killed them earlier.
Seaver gets away from one tackler, throws it into the end zone to Ben. Touchdown, and the game is over. That should do it. The extra 6 points will make it 32-26. Seaver completes the Benz in the overtime period, and that will end it. And the Roothogs, with a 6-2 record coming into today's game, upsets the Untouchables, who were undefeated with an 8-0 mark. Quickly recapping the scoring, Henderson threw to Eliza for an early 6-0 lead for the Untouchables. Then the Roothogs answered back in the 1st quarter when Seaver connected to Myers to make it 6-6. Neither team could put in the extra point. In the 2nd quarter, the Untouchables went on top 12-6 when Henderson completed to West. And then in the 2nd quarter, the Roothogs answered back to tie it up at 12 apiece when Seaver threw to Benz in the end zone. In the third quarter, the Roothogs got on the board first and went ahead 18-12 when Seaver hit Clark in the end zone, and then Seaver threw to Clark again for the extra point to make it 19-12. In the third quarter, Henderson ran the ball back for 60 yards on the kickoff to make it 19-18. The Roothogs quarter, Seaver connected to Clark to make it 25-18, and then connected to Pearson for the extra point to make it 26-18. In the fourth quarter, the untouchables, Harrison, ran it in to make it 26-26, and then Seaver to Benz in the overtime period made it 32-26. So the Roothogs win the Open Division Championship, and they will go on to further playoff play. Welcome back. This game features the Greek finals between Sigma Chi and Kappa Sig. Kappa Sig won the toss and is elected to receive, so we should see a different style of playing in this one, Monty.
Yeah, we should. Teams met earlier in the year. Sigma Chi won 21-18, and the ever so important extra point was the key. Sigma Chi, they run the option, they run it well, and Kappa Sig, they like to throw the ball a lot, but they do have a good running attack as well.
It's the 1983 Men's Intramural Championship here at MTSU, featuring ROTC and the Roothogs.
And Scott, the Roothogs, we saw them the other day as they squeaked one out in sudden death. They have an excellent offense, a different formation. They run with usually a double slot, and Phil Seaver, the quarterback, and Curtis Benz at a slot right. And they use Benz in a quarterback formation quite a bit. You'll see them throw it back to him, and he'll have the option to pass or run, and he'll do both. So it's like they go with two quarterbacks.
Roothogs are 8-2 on the year, and I think ROTC is yet to lose a game. I'm not exactly sure about that, but both of these teams are very good. Roothogs are the independent champions, and ROTC comes up through an independent league too. Ball is going to be let go by ROTC, and they'll down it. Clark downs it at the 12-yard line, and so ROTC will have it first down and 8 from the 12.
Good start for the Roothogs. Got them trapped back way inside their own territory.
It's going to be difficult to see the numbers from up here, so we do not have an exact roster on ROTC, so really don't even know who the quarterback is. ROTC back to pass on first down, unloads it at the last minute. I believe that's Reed at quarter, or rather Reed was the running back that time.
Difficulty right here. We had incomplete roster. We had a penalty on the play. It's going to set them back 5 yards, delay a game. Right now, we do not know who the quarterback is.
It's anywhere, right? ROTC looks at second down and 12. Number 9, that is Faust. Faust back to pass, lets one go. It's almost intercepted by Pearson.
Good defensive play by Pearson. He made some big defensive plays the other day against the Untouchables.
Pass was intended for number 11, that's Evans.
Faust at quarterback.
Faust or Foose, one of the two. Faust, we'll call it. Quarterback looks at third down and 12, or rather third and 8 from the 12. He's in trouble, has a lot of heat applied by Yoakley. Penalty flags go down as Faust has running room on the near side of the field and still has his flags intact. Early whistle, though.
Early whistle on the play, and we've got a flag back. Faust very mobile in the backfield, and they were unable to get to him. He had all day to throw, but great coverage by the secondary.
Referees for today's game is Keith Mays, Reggie Bell, Ivory Beck, and David Fuquay. Not sure what the call was. Looks like the down's going to go over, though, so it'll be 3rd down and 8 from the 12-yard line. They check it. They say it's 2nd down. Faust back to pass. Looks over the middle all day long and has a pass completed to number 5, Reed. Reed with a lot of speed. Runs it down to the 35-yard line.
Excellent speed by Reed. He was wide open, and I didn't think he was going to see him. Faust hits him for the 1st down, and ROTC has a lot of speed in their backfield.
Reed and Hawkins in the backfield, number 5 and number 6. Each of those can fly. This time ROTC has 2 wideouts. Faust in the backfield, 1st down and 5. Looks over the middle. Now he's going to scramble around, throw it back against the grain to Reed, complete, and Reed turns on the speed, and he's going to run all the way in, but he fumbles the ball when Pearson hits him. So it'll come back out to about the 5-yard line.
Wide open again. If he gets it in open field, he's going to take it in because he's got a lot of speed.
Reed would have had 6 for sure that time if Pearson hadn't knocked the ball out of his hand.
However, it's going to be 1st and goal at about the 4-yard line, 5-yard line.
1st and goal, we'll call it the 5. Faust the quarterback. Penalty markers fly. Somebody moved, you can bet.
It'll be a big break for the Roothogs. They need to move them back as far as they can.
Moves it back 5 yards, so they'll make it 1st and goal now from the 10-yard line. Reed and Hawkins go wide to the right and left. Faust back to pass, looks into the end zone. Strong rush that time by Curtis Ben. And Faust still has his flags. He's going to run it all the way in. Touchdown, ROTC.
Nice run by Faust, and I believe they got away with a clip on that one. Ben's not very happy with the situation right now, but nevertheless, ROTC is on the board 1st.
Faust scrambled around until he had running room and then zipped it into the end zone with his speed. And it's 6-0 ROTC. Now the extra point try. Faust throws it into the end zone. It's picked off, so no extra point. The pickoff was made that time by Mickey Dickens, the safety for the Roothogs.
Could be a big play there. Extra points are very important, as we have said numerous times.
It's true, 6-0. And the Roothogs have the chance to get the ball for the 1st time, and they will show us their very strange offensive set once again.
Yes, you can bet that 6-0 lead will not be enough, because the Roothogs will put points on the board.
However, we do not know how strong the ROTC defense is, though. They have a lot of speed, as we've seen on their offense.
Yes, they do.
ROTC boots it away. A high, choppy, short punt, fielded by Benz at the 30-yard line. Benz cuts across the other way, now goes up the middle, has his flag pulled at the 30 by number 82. That is Baker for ROTC. ROTC fans do some chanting on the far side of the field. It's 1st down and 10 from the 30. All the other fans are stunned somewhat.
Interesting cheer.
Look for a strong rush here. Severs back to pass, unloads it quickly to Pearson. Pearson is stopped immediately by number 2, Barnby for ROTC.
Short pickup on the play, but close to the 1st down. We'll see Pearson run that pattern quite a bit.
ROTC came with a strong, quick rush that time. And that's one thing that the Roothogs do not do, and that's blocked. Seaver, the quarterback, shotgun formation, rolls it. He's going to keep it and zip it into there to the number 77. Great pass and great catch by Eric Walker. Walker picks up the first down for the Roothogs.
Walker perhaps the biggest man on the field, but he does have good speed.
Seaver did a good job to get that one away. I thought he was going to run it on the far side of the field, and he had to be close to the line of scrimmage when he let go of the ball. First down and 17 from the 37. Seaver, same pattern. He's going to throw it deep this time. Has a man open. Clark is overthrown.
He had him open, just overthrew him. He's second down.
Clark was wide open. That would have been a sure 6 had Seaver connected on it. Second down and 17 for the Roothogs.
Seaver has an excellent arm. He just missed him on that play.
Seaver pitches it out to Benz. Didn't fool one defender. Benz is going to unload it deep, and the man is wide open. It's complete to number 75, Dino Mayers. Mayers picks up the first down at the 17-yard line.
As we said earlier, Benz is used just like a quarterback also, being set back about 5 yards behind Seavers, and he pitched the ball to him. He really didn't fool anybody. It looked like it might be a reverse, but he stepped up into the pocket and made an excellent pass. Be first and goal.
Mayers did a good job that time to get open. He was wide open, standing all alone at the 17-yard line. It's first down and goal from the 17. Seavers. Quick pass to Clark is complete. Clark cuts one time and gets out to about the 10-yard line before he is stopped by number 35 for ROTC. That is Burton.
It looks like the Roothogs have their offense in gear thus far. They've moved the ball pretty well.
Second and goal from the 10. Seaver rolls to the near side. He's going to be almost sacked. Gets it off to Pearson. Touchdown for the Roothogs. Great catch by Pearson to dive for it.
He ran the same pattern as he slanted across the middle. It looked like Seavers might have got his flag pulled, but they ruled that he got the ball away, and I believe now they might change it.
Some sort of penalty flag down on the play. They say, I think, Seavers crossed the line of scrimmage before he threw the ball. We'll see exactly what the call is. Check it, illegal motion. I did not see the flag drop.
And another interesting call. Be second down again, I guess.
Take away the 6 points that the Roothogs apparently had when Seavers hit Pearson. They'll do it again. Pass back to Benz. Benz looks in the end zone, throws that one up for grabs, and it's incomplete. That could have been intercepted, intended for Clark, but he was covered well.
Not a good pass by Benz that time, but they did pitch it back to him, and he was used as a quarterback, and that'll end the first quarter, Scott.
The end of the first quarter, and ROTC leads by a score of 6-0. ROTC runs down to the other end of the field. The Roothogs will look at third down and goal. Third and goal from the 12-yard line.
Big offensive series here for the Roothogs. They need to go ahead and score and tie this ball game up and don't want to fall behind.
Playing for the 83-84 intramural championship, which is quite an honor, I guess, if you consider how many good teams are in this thing.
We have seen some excellent teams, and there have been some excellent teams that on a given day could have won it that have been eliminated.
Fake handoff to Clark. Seavers pumps once. Now he has running room on the far side of the field. Touchdown, Roothogs.
Seavers showed his running ability there. He just faked out the ROTC cornerback and with the pump, and he runs it on in, and he's a valuable asset to this ball club.
Severs has a lot of speed for a big fella.
He does. He's got excellent. His first step is very quick, and as we stated last game, for a plump fellow, he can move.
The plump fellow is now shotgun formation for the extra point. Severs looks into the end zone, throws it back, and a man is wide open. Clark gets it in for 1 extra point.
Interesting toss. He rolled right and sidearmed it. The extra point is good, and an important extra point, and they take the lead 7-6. A very explosive offense the Roothogs have. They run out of various formations, and you never know who they're going to throw the ball to.
Have several people they can throw to, and as a matter of fact, they've thrown, I believe, to everyone on their offensive set except for the center this afternoon. Number 3 comes in for the Roothogs to kick it away. Or check at number 77 will do the kicking, Eric Walker. Walker gets into it. A deep punt. It's going to be fielded by number 5. That is Reed, and Reed gets out to the 30-yard line.
Great pull that time. He had a great burst of speed, and we have a penalty on the play. Might have a block.
Apparently our microphone on referee David Fuqua is inoperative today. Some sort of technical problem. Or we would know what the call is.
Whatever it is, it's going to cost them 15.
Probably some sort of illegal block, as you said. Personal foul, 15 yards. First down and 22 for ROTC from the 18-yard line. Faust back to pass on first down. Is going to run it now and gets out. He still has his flags. He's to the 35-yard line where he's pulled down by Ben.
Like a defensive man had him back up at about the 23, but he broke loose and got about 7-8 more yards.
Bubba Stevenson in the red, number 2, appeared to have him, as you said, but he gets away. Gets out to the 35-yard line, and it'll be second down and 5 for ROTC. Faust, and the ball touches the ground before it gets to his hand, so that'll be a loss of down and a loss of about 5 yards. Making it third down and 10, and ROTC is going to keep the same play and run it again. Faust pitch back to Reed. Reed looks deep, now throws it back for Faust, and it's incomplete. Mix-up of plays there. Reed felt the pressure coming from the strong rush, unloaded it, a bad pass, and now they say it's third down instead of fourth. Faust, the quarterback, looks down the middle. Strong rush, fumbles the ball, and it's going to be down at the 30, or rather 25-yard line. It'll be 4th and 15.
Looks like they're going to be punting a good defensive stand by the Roothogs on a couple of mistakes by ROTC.
So the Roothogs will have a chance to do some more with the ball on offense as we have entered the middle of the second quarter, and the Roothogs lead 7-6. ROTC prepares to punt. High punt, high and short, fielded by Benz at the 25-yard line, and that's about all he's going to get. Roothogs will take over. First down and 15 from the 25. Seaver, the quarterback. Shotgun formation. Receivers all over the field for the Roothogs. Seavers pumps once, now lets it go deep. He has a man wide open. Clark is there, and he comes off his shoulder.
Well, that was 6, and I think he wanted to run before he caught it.
Oh, he was so open.
Defensive man fell down in a big, big break for ROTC, because that was 6.
Oh, me. 7-6, Roothogs had the ball in the lead. Had a chance to make it even more there, but as you saw, went off the shoulder of Clark, and it's 2nd down and 15 from the 25. Seavers dumps it off to Benz. Benz looks deep, pumps once, now lets it go to Clark. Complete. Clark still on his feet at the midfield stripe, and they say he got to the stripe, so it'll be 1st down for the Roothogs at the 40-yard line.
Nice catch and a nice second effort by Clark to get the 1st down.
So it'll be 1st and 20 at the midfield stripe, which is the 40-yard line.
Once again, you see Benz is about 3-4 yards behind Seaver. They're going to throw it to him again.
Benz has the ball, looks deep, lets it zip, and Clark is there, broken up, and it's intercepted by ROTC following a series of pitches, and number 12 comes out of there with it, and he still has his flags to the 30, or rather 25-yard line, number 12 being Wells. Interesting interception at that time, Monty.
I really didn't even see it. There were so many people piled up around there, but it was a good interception and a big play for ROTC. It was a break they needed.
You know, it almost looked like it could have been an interference call that time because Clark was manhandled.
Looked like he was in a position to catch the ball and was roughed up a little, but nevertheless, ROTC has the ball.
7-6, ROTC down by 1. Faust looking for someone to throw to. Lets it go deep, and it's incomplete. Penalty flags fly. This time, though, pass was intended for number 6. That is Hawkins.
That hurts.
The snake, they call him. And so the penalty we was talking about comes now for ROTC, making it 1st down and goal from the 19.
Well, it's time for the Roothogs defense to get tough now.
2 minutes to go before the 1st half is over. A quick game. Quick 1st half. Faust zips one out for number 11.
Got a penalty on the play. He may have stepped across the line.
Pass was intended for Evans. As you said, penalty markers are down. Fuquay is going to mark it off for the Roothogs. It's against ROTC. I guess it's, well, I really don't know what it is. 15 yards for an illegal block personal foul.
They've got a long way to go for the score. Critical penalty for ROTC and a big break for the Roothogs.
Second down, Faust. Back to pass, rolling to the far side. Now, I believe he was across the line that time. Lets one go deep. Surely he was across the line of scrimmage that time.
I believe he was, but it looks like he's got away with it. Nevertheless, he throws it out of the end zone.
So now ROTC will call timeout.
They elect to go for it all on that one play. It'll be 2nd down now.
We've got a good one going on here in the 2nd quarter between the Roothogs and ROTC. Roothogs leading 7-6, but ROTC has the ball late here in the 2nd quarter, and they're threatening to put more points on the board. 2nd and goal, they say, from the 32-yard line. Faust, the quarterback. Sending everybody out this time. Faust is going to run it, though. Wise play as he's out across the 20 and gets to the 15-yard line where he's met by Pearson.
Big play. That fooled everybody because they sent everybody out, and he just took off running. And with everybody going out, the defensive secondary had to move with them, and he picked up a lot of yardage. But we have a penalty flag.
Another penalty flag down, and back here at the line of scrimmage. Talking with the Roothogs, so apparently it's against ROTC, and that's a big break for the Roothogs.
The penalties have hurt ROTC in this game. They're going to have to go almost 40 yards for a score.
Second and goal from the 39.5. Once again, it looks like the same formation. The ROTC team may be sending everyone out again. Faust back to pass. Shakes his one defender. Now looks downfield. Still scrambling around. Throws it back against the green. Has a man wide open, and he's tackled by Clark. And penalty markers fly everywhere.
That's going to hurt him right there. Momentum carried him in, but nevertheless, he did knock him down.
Pass was completed to Hale, number 66. And now they're going to mark off more from the point where he was tackled. 15 yards more for tackling the player, which you cannot do in flag football, of course. And that puts new light on the subject. It'll be third down. Third down and goal from about the 15-yard line.
Got 4 men on one side.
Closing minutes of the first half. Bounce back to pass. Looks into the end zone. Still has plenty of time to throw. Penalty markers are down. Faust lets it go in the end zone, complete. And they say he was out of bounds on the far side of the end zone. Pass is completed to number 11.
Surprised he didn't throw that ball earlier because he had 3 men wide open in the end zone. But threw the ball later, and they're going to get another big penalty.
Timeout on the field as Jeff Fuqua, or rather David Fuqua, is going to mark off some more yardage. 15 yards. I guess another illegal block.
That's about 5 15-yard penalties ROTC's had. And that's almost the length of one football field out here. They can ill afford many more of those.
Down will go over to be third and goal from the 27-yard line.
ROT's had the ball for a long time, since it was first and goal. There have been about 7 plays run.
ROTC, Faust has running room on the near side. He's going to still has his flags, goes all the way in. Touchdown, ROTC in the closing minutes of the first half.
A very big play. About 4 missed flag pulls, if you want to put it that way. And Roothogs can only blame themselves. There's some talking going on right now.
Some sort of controversy going on down there.
They're saying he blew the whistle, but
touchdown apparently is going to count. Well, now I don't know. They're discussing it over there in the huddle. Once again, the referees for today's game: Keith Mays, Reggie Bell, Ivory Beck, and David Fuqua. And there you see them.
Well, they haven't reached a decision yet. I think they're trying to decide if there was an early whistle or not.
Once again, we apologize for the technical difficulties we have on our referee mic. Our microphone down there is not working today. And they're going to bring it back. They say that The whistle indeed was blown. Maybe they're adding a little bit. Maybe there's a penalty flag down somewhere. Fuquay talking to some of the ROTC players. Let's see if we can pick up the call.
An earlier whistle, Scott, and they blew it before he crossed the goal line, so thus the play goes over.
So I guess it's third down and goal again.
They've run 8 or 9 plays now.
There can't be much time left in the first half. Bounce back to pass, rolling right, throws it into where no one is at. Incomplete.
I believe we don't have a penalty flag this time.
So it'll be fourth down. I believe that this is only the second possession for ROTC in the first half. Is that true? I can't remember. I believe the Roothogs have only had the ball one time. And they scored with it.
I think they've had the ball 2 times. They threw 1 interception.
That's true, okay. So this is the third possession for ROTC. Ball has changed hands only 4 times, though, in the first half. Fourth down, and the ball touched the ground, so the Roothogs will have the ball once again in the closing minutes of the first half.
Big defensive stand, and they were out there a long time. But they have a lot of guys going both ways.
Seaver comes in to do the quarterbacking. First down and 10 from the 30. Seaver flips it out to Benz. Benz is going to put it up long. I believe he has a man open, but he does not see him. So Benz will run it down the sidelines, gets out of bounds at the ROTC 32-yard line.
Had an interesting situation when Seaver threw the ball back to Benz. A defensive lineman came in and pulled Seaver's flags. So you makes one wonder if he would be eligible for a pass or not. He pulled the flag way after he dumped the ball off.
That nevertheless, could first problem. 41 seconds. Roothogs have first down and 15 from the 35-yard line. Severs rolling to the near side. Looks deep now. Lets it go. Pearson is there. It's incomplete. Knocked out of his hands. Good defensive effort that time by number 2 for ROTC.
Not a very good pass for Seaver that time. Although he had a lot of heat on him. And Pearson, although the ball got there, Pearson almost made a catch in and out of his hands.
Barnby broke it up for ROTC. So it's second down and 15 with only a couple of seconds left to go in the first half. This has been the longest 2 minutes in a while. Seaver, shotgun formation, second down. Rolls to the near side again. Now looks to throw, pumps once. Gets away from one defender. Now he is tackled almost, and it's up for grabs. Intercepted by ROTC number 49. He's going to run it all the way back, I believe. Seaver is the only hope for the Roothogs. And Seaver grabs it at the 10-yard line, and that saved a touchdown before the closing minutes of the half. But penalty flags are down.
It did look like he was tackled. When he let go of the ball, he was hit, and he went to the ground. We did have a penalty flag back up here.
This will be an interesting call.
There's no doubt that he was tackled, I don't believe. When he threw the ball, he was hit and went to the ground. But they're going to...
ROTC's in business. They have the ball deep into Roothog territory, and now they're going to come back up here and talk to an official standing on the sidelines.
He's called a penalty flag, I believe.
No? Yeah, we'll have a discussion right here.
He has called a penalty back here.
Let's see if we can pick it up. No flag on the play. And now the Roothogs want to take a timeout, so they'll burn one here. Timeout on the field. Roothogs leading 7-6. Following a Roothog timeout, ROTC has regrouped on offense now, and the Roothogs are on defense. Closing seconds of the first half. ROTC's Faust has a strong rush, lets it go at the last minute. It is complete, but out of bounds. Well, later dropped. Benz was covering for the Roothogs.
There's been a lot of controversy in the game, and these last 2 minutes have gone by very slow.
There can't be a whole lot of time left in the first half. We had a 2-minute warning about 30 minutes ago, it seemed like.
Seaver, a minute ago, after being tackled, got back up and went and saved the touchdown. That could be a big play if they hold him here. Could be the play of the game.
Good effort by the big man to get down there and get the flag. Here's Faust rolling to the far side, and he has his flag pulled by number 77. That is big. Eric Walker, and ROTC calls timeout. I don't believe they have anymore. They do not. Clock is running.
Somebody's without.
Back for the second half. Roothogs lead 7-6, and ROTC will have to kick it away. Good high, deep punt this time. Seaver settles under it, picks it up at the 30-yard line, tries to shuffle it off, but he's nailed before he can get rid of it. So the Roothogs will take over. First down and 15 from the 25-yard line.
We haven't seen a lot of offense in this game due to so many penalties have been called.
Seavers, 1st and 15. Rolls to the far side, unloads it. Oh, a good breakup over there by the secondary for ROTC. Pass intended for Pearson.
Super defensive play right there, because they had him for the first down, and he just left his feet and knocked the ball down. His Seaver primary target, Clark, fell down on the play, and he had to go to the secondary man. It's only the third time they've had the ball, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe that's correct.
And as we have said many, many times about the extra point, it's the difference in this game so far.
7-6, Roothogs have the ball and the lead. Opening minutes of the third quarter. Seavers, quick pass to Clark, wide open. It's complete on the far side of the field. Still has his flags. He's up the middle. He still has his flags at the 25-yard line before he is pulled down by number 82.
And I believe we're about to bring it back.
There was a penalty on the previous play, but declined by ROTC. It was for offside. And now, as you said, Monty, they're going to bring it back. Scott Bryan along with Monty Hale and Kurt, the cameraman, at the 1983 Intramural Men's Championship. Roothogs will look at second down and 19 from the 21-yard line. Seaver, shotgun formation. Quick pass to Benz. Benz is going to run up the middle. He has some running room. Cuts back the other way, but didn't fool anybody. Number 49 right there on him. That's Kellum.
Excitement in this game has been limited due to the amount of so many penalties that have been called. There have been a lot of errors committed in this game.
Pickup by Benz makes it 3rd down and 15. Seavers rolls to the right. Lets one go deep for Clark, and he's there, and it's broken up by number 2.
And there's the penalty flag. They believe they got him.
Barnby, the defender, got a little bit too much of Clark that time instead of the ball, so they dropped the penalty flag on him. That'll be an automatic first down. Didn't really matter because he gets across the 20-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal for the Roothogs at the 19.
And the penalties continue. Need a statistician for this game just to keep up with the penalties. It'd be interesting to see how many there are for each team.
We need Moose over here. Well-known statistician in Rutherford County. Benz back to Seavers. It's complete, and Seavers' flag drops off as he feels a lot of pressure from Kellum, number 49. The play didn't work, I don't believe. the way they wanted it to.
They wanted to attract the defense over to the left side of the field, leaving the right side open for Seaver, and it didn't fool anybody. The end stayed at home. And that's why the play was made.
Second and goal from the 23-yard line. Benz, Pearson, and Clark are all wide, along with Walker. Seaver rolling to the near side. Strong rush. He's going to keep it this time. Run up the middle and gets across the 20 to the 19, where he's almost tripped up again by number 82 for ROTC. That's Baker. Be third and goal now from the 18.
They got back to where they were a minute ago at the original line of scrimmage. Scoring an extra point here would put a lot of pressure on ROTC. Right now, there's definitely still in the ball game, but put a lot more pressure on them with a point, touchdown, and the extra point.
Seaver, third and goal. Rose to the far side. Lets one go against the grain for Pearson. He's there. Touchdown, Roothogs.
Super pass by Seaver. He rolled right, stopped, threw back left, and Pearson, who has been open all day, beat his man. Very important extra point here, as they all are, but if they get at least one here, ROTC must score and run it into tie, and if they get two here, ROTC will have to score twice.
I had to check and make sure there were no penalty flags now following that touchdown, because we've seen too many of them called back today. Seaver rolling to the right side. He's going to try to run it in, and he has his flag pulled behind the goal line, and that player, number 35, is slow getting up over there for ROTC. The extra point is nullified, so the score will remain 13-6 in favor of the Roothogs. Third quarter. It's been a good, tight, closely matched game. ROTC brings in a lot of speed, but the Roothogs have managed to outsmart them on offense there, Monty.
Well, I think it's all boiling down right now to Seaver. He's taken command in this game, and he's playing an excellent game. He's made the big play when they've needed it, and right now they have a 7-point lead, and ROTC needs to get back in it quickly, because the Roothogs, as we have said earlier, have an explosive offense, and you do not want to fall too far behind them.
Roothogs back up to their own 20-yard line and set to kick it away. Both teams have managed to have the ball for a lengthy time of possession each time they've had it. 13-6 your score. Roothogs leading. Kicking it away here to ROTC. Here's a good, long, deep punt. Back all the way up to the 7-yard line. That is number 6. And he's still, rather his flag is pulled back at the 18-yard line by Seaver. Number 6 is Hawkins.
And we have one more penalty flag. I believe it might go against ROTC.
Check the call. Discussion going on down on the field. First down. They did not move it back, so some sort of mix-up. Faust, the quarterback. First time we've seen ROTC with the ball this half. Faust dumps it off the last minute to number 11. Then he's stripped up by Pearson at the 30-yard line. Number 11 is Evans.
Evans was going to try to pitch it back to Reed, who has a lot of speed, and he has shown that to us already today. And I look for them to go to him quite often the rest of this half. Evans a very tall target.
First at 10 from the 30. Shuttle pass comes off to Reed, and he is stopped immediately by Yoakley for the Roothogs.
We've got a flag drop back here. I think it's just laying there, though.
Discussion with the referees.
Evidently, it just fell out of his pocket.
That's what they all say when something's wrong. At any rate, second down, 15, and Faust is going to keep it up the middle. He has some running room and a lot of speed. Clark chasing after him, grabs for the dive. No. Finally stopped by Pearson and Stevenson on the far side of the field at about the 18-yard line, but not after a lengthy gain and a first down by Faust.
Faust, like Severs, very mobile back there. Nobody open, so he broke to the left and a very big gain, and they're close to getting right back into this ball game.
ROTC first down and goal at the 18-yard line. Faust pitch back to Reed. Reed with a lot of speed gets back to the line of scrimmage, where he's met by number 77, Eric Walker. It'll be second and goal. And that is the end of the third quarter. And we move to the fourth and final quarter of the 83 championship. Here's your score. It's the Roothogs 13, ROTC 6. Second and goal for ROTC as we open the fourth quarter. Faust, fake handoff to Reed. Now rolls to the right side. Reed wide open. His throw is there and incomplete. Good concentration by Reed. It was broken up by Pearson, though, for the Roothogs.
Roothogs got a lucky break there because he caught that. He was going to score, come awfully close.
No penalty flag that time.
Surprised.
Makes it third down and goal now from the 18-yard line. Faust back to pass. Lets one go up for grabs. Reed is there, in and out of his hands, though. That was a well-thrown ball.
Yeah, it was, and he's hitting himself on the head about that when he knows he should have caught it. So it's fourth down. Yes, the flags have been thrown a lot today, Scott. And say they definitely will have to go into the laundry tonight.
They probably can stay in the laundry until next year because this is the final game of the year. ROTC on fourth and goal. Faust is going to keep it and try to run in. He still has his flags, and he is caught barely by Pearson at the 1-yard line, and that's where the Roothogs will take over. First down at 19 from the 1.
And Pearson's done it again. In the last two games, we have seen him make some very big defensive plays, and he just saved another touchdown right there, and that's an awful big play for the Roothogs. And a tough break for ROTC because it looked like after the first missed tackle, he was going to go on into the end zone, and they stopped him just short of the goal line.
With the way the Roothogs have been hogging the ball this game, they could almost hog it for the rest of the game.
Hog it?
They've used up a lot of time when they've had possession of the ball. It's first and 19. Seaver, quick pass to Benz. It's complete. Benz spinning, and he gets out to the 10-yard line.
Very smart play, just a quick out. Benz takes it, picks up about 10 yards. Gets them a little breathing room.
So it'll be second down and 10 from the Roothog 10-yard line.
A long drive and a score here for the Roothogs could almost put out the fire for ROTC. So they need to stop them on this series.
Pearson and Benz go wide to the right side. Everybody's tight on the left side. Seaver rolls out to the right, looks for Benz, and now he's going to throw it up deep for Pearson, and Pearson dives for it, and it's incomplete.
If he hadn't slipped on that one, I believe he would have caught it. It was an excellent thrown ball. Nevertheless, it'll be third down. Thought he might run that ball, but Pearson had his man beat by a step or two.
Third down and 10, once again from the 10-yard line. Once again, Pearson and Benz line up wide to the left. Now, Severs is going to keep it, pick up the first down, and a couple of more as he's tackled, or rather just plowed over number 20. That's Evans.
Good show of sportsmanship there by both players. Severs picks up the first down, and a big first down. ROTC could ill afford too many more of those, or their backs will be up against the wall. They trail by 7.
Roothogs are managing to gobble up the clock while they're doing all this, though. Slowly moving the ball down the field, but eating up the clock, and that's a good factor for them. But ROTC needs that ball back, and that's what they're trying to do now. Early whistle. Benz, he has the ball and still has his flags. He still has them all the way down to the 32-yard line.
Big run by Benz. And
I would imagine that the ROTC players probably agreed with me when I said that I heard a early whistle, because it looked like action stopped almost defensively for ROTC, and then Benz was able to get up the middle for a couple of big yards.
once again, they show the advantage they have by sliding Benz a couple steps behind Severs over here on the right.
2nd and 5. Severs goes to the far side. He's going to be sacked for a big loss this time.
Big defensive play. They need a couple more, and they need the ball back. This time is running out on them.
Simpson, number 63, made the sack for ROTC. So it'll be 3rd down and 10. The loss goes back to the 30-yard line. Clark slow getting back to the huddle.
I believe he's a little winded.
He was sent on a deep route that last time. Benz and Pearson go wide to both sides. Seaver, the shotgun quarterback. Severs fakes the pump now, lets it go for Pearson. He's there. It's complete. Pearson still has his flags. He's going to go all the way. Touchdown, Roothogs.
Big play by Pearson. And a super pass by Seaver. No surprise, they've been a big combination here the last couple of days. And Pearson, once again, has made a big play. And it's going to be tough for ROTC to come back now. They're going to have to hit and strike big and quick.
The connection from Seaver to Pearson makes it 19-6. And the Roothogs have a chance to add a couple of more here on the extra point attempt. Seaver throws it into the end zone, complete to Mickey Dickens for 1 point. So it'll be 20-6. And as you said, ROTC has to do a lot of scoring quick.
They're going to have to score twice to get the conversion just to tie. And so they've got a lot on their shoulders right now. And the Roothogs just need to sit back and play good defense, try not to get burnt long. And they could have the 1983 intramural MTSU championship in the bag.
Roothogs take their time about going back down the field. Clock is not running, though. They managed to gobble up a couple of minutes on that last series of downs.
What's the time?
2 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the ball game, and it would appear that the Roothogs have it wrapped up, but ROTC has a lot of speed, and we'll have to see what they can do with the ball this time. Walker set to kick it off for the Roothogs. Good high, deep punt again. Reed settles under it and grabs it at the 10. He's going to run it back, but he's stopped by Seaver at the 22-yard line.
Well, let's see what ROTC can do here. They're going to have to go long. They're going to have to strike quick and then get the ball back, and they're going to send everybody out.
ROTC in a hurry-up offense. Faust is going to run it, though. He has some running room over there. He still has his flags. He runs out of bounds and stops the clock at the 32-yard line. Second down and 10. Somebody moved, and flags fly. Reed was a little anxious to get deep down the field that time.
And the penalties have hurt them all day, and they continue to hurt them.
Second down and 15. Pass intended for number 6, the Snake. Hawkins. Incomplete. So it'll be third down and 15 from the 25. Faust back to pass. Looks deep. He's going to let one go here. Man wide open. Benz breaks it up, though. Had Benz not done that, it would have been 6 for sure.
And if he had tipped it a little higher, I believe the man could have come back and maybe caught it. But nevertheless, a good defensive play.
Pass was intended for number 21, Duncan.
Have a minute 47 left in the game.
Faust back to pass again, rolling right now, letting one go deep again for Duncan. It goes out of bounds, stopping the clock. And the ball will go over on downs to the Roothogs, and they have a chance to make it even more of a, or rather clinch it more with a couple of more points if they want to.
I believe the smart thing to do here would be to run the ball. They can run it out. Make ROTC use their timeouts. We have a minute 40 left in the game.
Being the team that they are, though, I believe they may just go ahead and let the air out of it.
Might be go looking for more.
Oh, Seaver's coming in tight, so he's going to sit on it, I guess. Pitch back to Clark. Clark looks for someone to throw to. Now he lets it go, and it's incomplete.
That's going to stop the clock right there. Didn't want to do that. Should have gone ahead and let him pull his flags and let the clock keep moving.
I don't know if I'd put it up or not because ROTC could possibly intercept it, run it back for a touchdown, and they would be 6 points away from tying you.
It's a big lead, but it can go quickly, and they don't want to do anything foolish here.
Second down and 8 for the Roothogs. Fake handoff. Severs is just going to keep it, try to get sacked and run the clock out. Severs may end up down at the other end zone if he keeps this up. Cuts back up the middle, though. Has some running room. Severs still with his flag. He's going to pitch it back to Benz. Benz may run it in, but no, they say he was tackled at about the line of scrimmage by number 12.
Severs just running around in circles, trying to run the timeout. And the Roothogs are going to win the 1983 intramural championship, it appears.
It would appear that way. Third down and 5. They're leading by a score of 20-6.
We would have to see a miracle that we've never seen before for ROTC to come back and win.
Benz wide to the right. Seaver. Pitch back to Pearson. Pearson on the far side of the field still has his flags. He's tiptoeing down the sidelines, and he runs out of bounds, stopping the clock, and that's another thing you wouldn't want to do. But he gets down to the 10-yard line. First down for the Roothogs.
Well, that first down right there ensured them of keeping the ball most likely until the ball game ends.
They mark it at the 15. They say he stepped out of bounds on the far side of the field, so it'll be first down and goal from the 15-yard line. Seaver almost fumbled it, but he hangs on to it and gets sacked this time.
Fans not appreciating some of the conduct exhibited on that play.
Clock running now. Second and goal from the 17. I guess it could run out here.
After that, I wouldn't Be surprised if they put it up in the air.
Seaver going back into the shotgun formation. Snap is there. Seaver looks deep. Has his flag pulled, and he's sacked. And ROTC will call timeout. Timeout on the field. Your score is the Roothogs 20, ROTC 6. Roothogs, 3rd and goal. Seaver's putting it up for grabs. Benz is in the end zone. He jumps. Touchdown, I believe. No, he dropped it.
Super effort by Benz.
Benz had it for a moment when he came down, and it was broken up by a couple of defenders for ROTC. 12 seconds left to go in the game. The incomplete pass, of course, stops the clock.
Time for about 1 or 2 more plays. They could run the ball here and run out the game.
Severs passes it over to Benz. Benz looks deep, tries to pump once, now lets it go. It's almost intercepted. And that'll stop the clock again on the incomplete pass. 14 seconds, they say, that ROTC has.
Thought they said 12 a minute ago, so.
Faust is going to run it out here. He lets one go deep, and it's incomplete pass intended for the Snake Hawkins, number 6, stopping the clock. So ROTC will have apparently another play coming.
One more chance to put some points on the board, but it'll be to no avail.
The Roothogs will win the 83 championship.
They've come back well. They lost 2 games during the year.
And that incomplete pass is going to stop the clock, and so they'll have one more play. Still, 5 seconds left to go in the game. 3rd down and 15. Really doesn't matter. This will be the last play of the game. Faust back to pass. 3rd down. Lets one go deep.